This is how we built our concrete shed base on a budget. These are the basic tools you'll need: an impact or a drill, a hammer, a spirit level, and a handsaw. A spade's essential. You're going to need a tamping tool, or you can hire one of these whacker plates like we did for 25 quid. You're also going to need a wheelbarrow. Yeah, nice one. We've done the outtakes now. You want to mark out all 4 corners of your shed base. Once you've marked out the area of your shed base, you'll then need to dig down so your 62s sit just proud of the surface. Been doing a bit of digging and we've unearthed a tree root, so we're just going to cut through it now and remove it, although it's important to consider this might damage your tree. Tools required.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
We're going to build a frame slightly larger than our shed. This will hold the concrete in place and help us get a level surface. After cutting your timbers to length, you can then screw the corners together. Once you've screwed your frame together, you then need to check it for square. We do this by measuring from corner to corner and getting the same measurement. 4, 3, 6, 0. 4, 3, 6, 0. Now we're happy that the frame is square, we're going to lock it in place with a 3x1 batten so it doesn't move during transportation. So once you've dug down, you might want to rake out the soil to make the sub-base level. After raking the ground level, we're then going to compact the soil. Your other option to compress the soil is a hand tamp. Sod that. Now we've got our base all level and compacted, we can bring in our frame. And then you walk in. Watch out for the step. As you can see, our frame's not quite sat level, so we're going to alter the base to level everything up. So we've used our spades to just get rid of any high spots to make sure our frame is sitting level. We're now going to stake out the corners so that the frame doesn't move anywhere while we add our hardcore and MOT. Now that our frame has been securely staked into position, we're going to add our Type 1 MOT Sub-Base. Okay. Now we're going to shovel our grade 1 MOT into our wheelbarrow and take it down to our shed base. We've now added our grade 1 MOT and we've raked it level. We're now going to use our whacker plate to compact it all down. We've also added some of our MOT around the outside edges and we're just going to tamp that down to prevent our frame from bellying out. So we're now at the final stage, which is mixing and pouring our concrete base. We got a ton bag delivered, which is a mixture of sand, and fine aggregate. We've also got a pallet delivered with our bags of cement, a few bags of extra sand, and a few bags of extra aggregate. It's always useful to have a few bags spare, just in case. We're going to mix it all up in our cement mixer, which we've hired for £10 a day, and then we're going to barrow it all down to our shed base. The usual ratio for mixing concrete is 1 part cement, 2 parts sand to 4 parts aggregate. And then we just add a bit of water to get our concrete to the right consistency.
Fine.
So our mixing process is as follows. So we want to start with half a bucket of water in our mixer. Then we're going to add 3 buckets of sand and our stone mix. And then we're going to add 1 bucket of cement. And then finally, we're just going to add enough water to get it the right consistency.
Oh, idiot.
A quick tip for mixing: if you add your water first, then add your sand and stone mix, that stops any binding up in the mixer and clogging together. Then finish with your cement to bind it all together and end up with your final concrete mix.
We've been busy barrowing our concrete mixes into our shed base, and we've just been levelling it over the top with this offcut 4x2, just to get our base nice and level. As you slide the 4x2 over, it removes any of the excess concrete and creates a nice, even, level base. So we've been up and down a couple of times with our 4x2, and we've got rid of any high spots and low spots, and now hopefully we're just going to go over again and do a final pass with our 4x2 to get it all perfectly smooth and level. We've now levelled off our concrete base. We're just going to leave it now for 48 hours to allow the concrete time to set. So we've left our concrete 48 hours to cure. It's now solid and ready for our shed.